Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. You know, I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, you know, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players. And he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when you're behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Yours is mine. And look at the time. My God. So precious. It's yours, is mine.
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, Kevin, Kawhi Leonard has been a great defender from day one, but he has developed into an elite offensive player as well. Now, Greg Popovich says he basically tells me what he wants to do now. He knows he has a green light. I think that's the difference. He's more confident, more aggressive, more hungry to score than in the past. Kevin?
And they need him to be that way, DA. Thank you, especially after Tim Duncan's retirement and Manu and TP getting older. This is Kawhi's team now, for sure. And we're watching two of the elite teams, Chris, go head-to-head. This one's going to be terrific.
We all know to be the best, you got to beat the best. Both of these teams are focused tonight.
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Boston. This is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Smart is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Hayward in at the 3. And here's Boston. Now here's Irving. Horford with a screen on Parker. The pass to Smart from past the arc. Great D that time from Green. So it's the Spurs now. Down low, here's Parker. And Boston with the rebound.
I like the burst to the bucket right there, but the finish has got to be better.
Irving dishes to Horford. Pass to Smart. Back to Horford. Shot clock at 6. From deep. He can't hit that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. On the wing, Green. Guarded by Smart. Irving against Parker. Back to Gasol. On the wing, Green. From about 16. And that one's good. Parker. Parker's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Spurs. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Horford. Drills it from outside.
Oh, look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammate.
Outside, Green. Leonard on the wing. Over Hayward. Horford with the rebound.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
Back to Hayward. Picked by Horford. Hayward passes to Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Green kicks to Parker. Ice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's the teardrop. Leonard with no one around. That 3 off the mark.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Count it.
Excellent job by Horford to shoot that as soon as he caught it. Just outstanding and giving the D no time to react.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kicks to Green. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Green. He feeds it to Aldridge. Leonard against Morris. Leonard with the bucket.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here is Irving. Hayward outside. Fires the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Parker double teamed. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Morris, no good. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. That's tipped. He kicks it to Leonard. Unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
A frustrating start to this quarter for them.
It's stolen by Green. Aldridge against Morris. Here's Leonard. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And the Celtics building a new 70,000 square foot practice facility. They'll call it the Auerbach Center.
Oh, yeah. Very impressive. Set to open this spring. The Celtics, one of those forward-thinking organizations. I'm not surprised to see them investing in their player development.
Outside Irving. Just 3 to shoot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Parker against Irving. Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Here's Smart. Off the left rim and out.
Maybe he should look to pass the ball right now and get his teammates involved, because right now, his shot's not falling. He's ice cold.
Parker dishes to Green. And there's the feed to Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Morris. 5 on the clock. Leonard. And the layup is good. Leonard's got 6 points.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Horford. Irving passes to Morris. And stolen by Aldridge. Outside Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 9 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
Irving kicks to Morris. Back to Irving. Morris with a screen on Aldridge. The dish to Horford to end the run. Boston, no good that time either. San Antonio leading by 6. Green with the ball. Outguarded by Smart. Kept alive. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have two great examples in Cousins and Davis, two guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys and still use their size. But those three come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, two of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, you know, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having the footwork and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet. And the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
A different look now for San Antonio. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Ginobili comes in for Danny Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And a change for the Celtics. Yabusele, he's checked in for Morris. Feeds it to Horford. Over Laverne. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
Here's Irving after the basket by San Antonio. Yabusele, and the officials call over the bag. A little too aggressive there.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
He's showing good hustle. I mean, a little too much hustle, though. I mean, you got to dial it down just a little bit.
The Spurs making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And Mills kicks to Laverne. Now here's Ginobili. Guarded by Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's already a second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of early fouls.
Ginobili outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Mills. Shot from free throw range. And that one comes up a bit short.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And just think about this. Kyrie Irving in his single season at Duke, he only played 11 games. He was limited to 11 games. Still, he was the #1 overall pick. That's just game. And then he justified it winning Rookie of the Year. Incredible.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Boston making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. And Kyrie Irving with a historically great rookie campaign. But some have said he hasn't improved a whole lot on that big entrance into the NBA.
His defense is still a work in progress, and that's what he has to shore up if he's going to enter the conversation for maybe best point guard in the world. But to me, he's already in that conversation.
Offensive rebound to end the drought. Can't capitalize inside.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Okay, a screen on Hayward. Ginobili against Hayward. There's the pick. Ginobili kicks to Mills. The offensive rebound.
Already, they piled up 8 second chance points.
Celtics trailed by 19. Laverne with the steal. Now Mills. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Some changes for Boston. Morris is checked in for Yabusele, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Rozier. And Chris, you were the #1 overall draft pick back in 1993. We've seen a lot of greats taken with that pick, but it also seems that those #1 picks who aren't as successful face a lot of pressure, a lot of criticism. There's a lot on your plate to handle. Can you talk about that for us?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure for some players being the #1 pick. But I've always laughed and I've thought about, players that maybe people say, maybe they were a bust, maybe this player wasn't good. Well, I think you should go back and look at the GM that picked them. I mean, the GM is the guy that assesses talent, So when there were a few players that were picked #1, and many players said, what are you doing? We played against him. We would never pick him #1. So before that, I think the NBA is about opportunity and situation. Look at a guy like Chauncey Billups. He went to Boston. He didn't do well at Boston. They called him a malcontent, said he couldn't play, and then he ended up being one of the best leaders that the game had. And so this game is all about situation and opportunity. Can you find the right fit? That's why if you're a player, you can't let frustration get to you. You have to continue to work hard, continue to prove your game, because when you play, you're auditioning for the other teams in the league as well. They're saying, wait a minute, we see his talent, skills, and we see his unique skill set, and we could use him. And so many times you just have to wait for the right position, the right situation.
Here's Morris, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Back to Irving, picked by Horford. Right side, Irving. 5 to shoot. Smart dishes to Irving, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That's just a lack of communication. Two guys just not on the same page.
Spurs leading by 20. Mills passes to Ginobili. He dishes it to Anderson. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
And the dunk by Horford.
Horford is a big, athletic player who is so skilled inside. I mean, he uses his long arms incredibly well for jams like that one.
San Antonio's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. They set the pick. Hayward against Gay. Off the pick. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Celtics trail by 20 from the baseline. And it's Boston with another.
Excellent play call and a slow reaction by the defense on that play.
The Spurs shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Anderson against Morris. Count that bucket. Anderson's got 6.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Irving kicks to Morris. Over Anderson. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. 8 points for him.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Picked by Horford. Dishes it to Hayward. Buries it from three-point range.
That's just another one for Hayward. He's built up his body. Now he has the strength and endurance to score at will.
And so it's San Antonio with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We come back right after this. One of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Yeah, aggressive on D, efficient on offense. They balled out to an early lead.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Laverne in at the 5. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now, here is Morris. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Tatum kicks to Brown. On the wing, Irving. Over Gay. Boston with a new 24. Pass to Morris. They set the pick. Off the pick. Tatum. Rebound San Antonio. 22 is their biggest lead. Mills dishes to Laverne.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Brown outside. Baines inside. Laverne on him. And here's Brown outside. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his third rebound tonight. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
Stolen by Gay. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Baines. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Mills kicks to Laverne. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Laverne. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Now here's Murray. Gay outside. And the pass to Anderson. And the three off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now look, Marcus Morris, he's a player who's never going to be a star when you look at his stats, but he brings a great amount to the team. Usually the heart and soul of his team. He can score in a multitude of ways, inside and outside.
This is his first free throw of the game. And C-Webb, as you mentioned with Morris, the value he brings in his ability to fill in gaps on a roster. Very much a glue guy that is needed for successful teams.
Well, yeah, Kevin, and I like the mentality that Morris brings to the group. I like his heart. He's never afraid to go at a defender one-on-one, keeps his teammates involved, holds his guys accountable, love his game.
So it's Boston now after the basket by San Antonio. The rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
And then Brown with the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Morris passes to Baines. The kick out to Brown. No good with the triple.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game. His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Pass to Leonard. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And only the 15th pick back when he was drafted, Leonard was projected to become a starter, but never a superstar.
And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You know, you're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. Would the Spurs go through a lull? And they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
Murray dishes to Gasol. Over Horford. They grab their own miss. Aldridge kicks to Murray. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Morris with a screen on Leonard. Irving passes to Horford. A three-pointer, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Parker's checked in for the Spurs. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Celtics. Irving's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Horford, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
And the powerful frame of Horford, I mean, enabling him to rumble through the defensive resistance to put it home.
Now, here's Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Leonard. Gasol a screen on Morris. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, it's Aldridge. Takes a 3. Parker's shot is off.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. Those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. There are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Here's Irving, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Horford with a screen on Parker. Irving kicks to Smart. Hayward from outside. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Spurs leading by 22. He feeds it to Green. The 11-footer. The rebound by the Celtics. Irving's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Horford. Great D that time from Green.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. They're getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Here's Morris, following the bucket by the Spurs. Gasol with the steal. Here's Leonard, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And when you look at the younger generation of players coming in now, Chris, of course, you do the interviews, you see them, you talk to them. Is it easy for you to relate to these younger players?
Yeah, it's definitely easy to relate to them. I think that our generation had a lot of influence on their style, their kind of expression of self, just as the generations before us did, and we have that unique bond. I think that's one of the advantages I have, that I've known some of these players since they've been young. I know their habits. I know that they're good kids, good individuals, and they just express themselves differently. You know, do I like the way they come into a game dressed looking like, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne and Run DMC mixed? Nah, I don't like that. But people used to say that about my style and my clothes too, Kevin. I'm sure they did that about you too, you know. So, man, I just love it. I just take it as we have some of the best players that fans have seen, and I'm just enjoying everything from the wild clothes to the music to their style. But no, it's not hard to relate to, man, because they're all
Chris, just for the record, they never said that about me. I always...
yeah, you always set the trend.
Here's Rozier. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Smart misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Spurs shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Celtics shooting in the second quarter has been pretty iffy, down 32%. Here's Rozier, covered by Parker. Here's Hayward. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own, I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Horford.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Gay comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in for Green. Gasol hits them both.
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Now, here's Horford. He's got 9. Morris with a screen on Gasol. Passes it to Rozier. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hayward from 13 feet. It goes down. Hayward's got 7 points.
He's really developed that nice in-between games.
Ooh. The open shot by Leonard, and it's good on the assist by Parker. And it's now 23 points for Kawhi Leonard.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hayward from outside. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. Anderson comes in for Leonard. San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Now here's Parker. He's tightly guarded. And here's Gay outside. Good on the triple. He's got 8.
Oh, come on. You have to commend the way Gay sees the floor, especially how he sees available space off of picks and capitalizes.
Now here's Smart. Horford with a screen on Ginobili. Here's Smart. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the 6th pick in the 2014 draft out of Oklahoma State. One of the Cowboys, Marcus Smart, might not put up eye-popping numbers, Chris, but they love what he brings to the table.
Yeah, it's all about his heart. I mean, his offensive game has been a little slow to develop. He doesn't shoot great percentages. But when his team needs him most, it seems like he always has a big impact on the game, whether offensively, defensively, a big rebound. He's just a good luck charm for them. He's almost like the leprechaun.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. And the Celtics also making a change. Irving's checked in.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
For San Antonio, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Boston shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Pick by Horford. Smart kicks to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
San Antonio's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Kicks it to Mills. Back to Ginobili. And here's Gay outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. To the left wing. Here's Smart. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
Oh, he's got that touch. I mean, in between Smart with the ability to lay it up there soft.
And Mills kicks to Gay. And he drops it in from the low post. Gay's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Morris a screen. Irving for 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Irving. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Smart. They get it again. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Spurs out in front, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, what did Coach Popovich ask out of you tonight?
He just wanted me to go play basketball out there, and I just tried to be more aggressive tonight. Shots start falling, and my team just kept running with me.
Hey, Kawhi, great half. Thank you for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome back, everybody.
Show.
It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And today, Ernie, they're dying. And as cold as they've been behind the arc, they keep firing from deep. What are you doing? I know they got a lot of ground to make up, but they can't continue with this game plan. Not working.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. On the court right now for the Celtics. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Horford in at the center. Horford with the screen on Parker. Here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
And so Irving nails both of them.
Come on, Irving is such an amazing guard. Uncle Drew, you know, he continues to show the young Bucks how to get it done out there.
Parker passes to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Nobody near Parker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Irving dishes to Morris. Picked by Horford. Morris kicks to Smart. Shot clock at 5. The feed to Morris. 20 that time from Leonard.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Yeah, didn't it seem like it just a pretty thoughtless play on his part? All style, no substance.
Here's Morris, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And he makes the first. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Now, here's Gasol. 10 points for him. And the shot goes down. Gasol's got 12 points in the game.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Irving sets a screen for Horford. Picked by Horford. Smart passes to Horford. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Parker kicks to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. He has 6.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Boston shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. In the corner, Horford with it. There's the 3. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% basket.
And Horford in his 9th season in the league started making the three-pointer a big part of his offensive game. I mean, we have to respect.
Parker with it. He's picked up by Irving. Aldridge with a screen on Hayward. Here's Leonard. They get it back. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Parker kicks to Green. Lets it go with a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Irving dishes to Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
Well, the reason Horford is scoring the ball at a consistent clip, it's because of his shot selection. Efficient. He's so good at taking his time and letting the game come to him naturally.
Now here is Aldridge. He has 6. And he gets it to go. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
The dish to Hayward. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Morris. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Smart. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Green. Here's Leonard. Gordon Hayward comes up with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Baines, defended by Gasol. Here's Tatum. Drills it from outside. Tatum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Parker passes to Green. screen by Parker. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard again missing. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Whistle on the play, bucket's good, he'll go to the line. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Now here's Parker. He kicks to Murray. Feeds it to Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 25 points in the game.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Takes the 13-footer. Brown kicks to Rozier. Inside. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
I mean, that's just tremendous, stupendous work from Rozier. I mean, he's just so good at zipping the ball over to his teammates.
The Celtics have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
One shot.
And that one misses. The Spurs have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. To the paint, here's Parker. That's tipped. Brown outside. To the paint. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Brown. 8 points for Jason Tatum.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Parker. He dishes it to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. He's got 27.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Tatum dishes to Hayward. Offline with his 3.
A decent attempt at the rim right there, just simply off right now.
The drive by Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Green's got 10 points in the game.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Now, here's Parker. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Parker. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Dishes it to Green. A three-pointer off the mark. The Celtics have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Wow. Wasted possession. Thanks to what should have been a simple pass.
A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And Mills kicks to Gay. To the middle. Stripped it away. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Aldridge a screen. Leonard. San Antonio again missing. Pass to Rozier. Here is Brown. There's a good screen. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hayward with a screen for Tatum. Brown wide open. He fires. San Antonio with the rebound. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Wide open look here for Murray. Nails the wide open jump shot.
Got to be aware of Gay's passing. He's constantly looking to set up his teammates in their spots.
Here's Rozier. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
That free throw missing.
Oh, the fearlessness by Rozier. That's what helps him earn the trip to the stripe.
A different look now for San Antonio. Laverne comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Leonard. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Mills for 3. And Tatum pulls it down.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from 3-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
And there's the pass to Baines. Misses the 3. And San Antonio shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Mills with it. Gay in the corner. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got his second bucket.
Oh, you love the level of concentration Brown maintains. I mean, taking the hit well and finishing in style.
Mills passes to Murray. Left side, Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
San Antonio making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. The Spurs have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Free throw, good, Anderson. The Celtics have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league. And couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Irving's checked in for the Celtics. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
6 to shoot, and it goes down 2 points. That's 12 points for Gay.
You can't forget about the precise mid-range shooting of Gay. He's as good as they come from there.
Now, here is Irving. 15 points in the game. Now, Gay. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got 13 points.
It's the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Tatum kicks to Irving.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Now, here's Mills. Anderson the screen. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. He's got 15.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for this field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
So it's the Celtics now. After the basket by San Antonio. Mills with the steal. And now here comes Gay leading the break. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gay's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. To the inside, here's Tatum. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Ginobili.
And this is going to be an asset for Tatum. His ability to get to the line. Very good at using his body to draw contact.
And so he hits both. 51 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Anderson. And it's blocked by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum lead the charge. And Hayward gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. Gay outside. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Hayward. Tatum kicks to Hayward. On the wing, Irving. There's the triple. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, Irving is a knockdown three-point artist. Sensational at measuring these three-point perimeter shots.
And here's Gay outside. Not going to go that time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Sit down.
A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
The way we keep a lead is to keep making stops, gang rebound, and keep the pace on offense.
No surprise moments ago in that little talk that Greg Popovich gave his team in pushing his troops, sensing an open opportunity to break this thing wide open.
And he's a guy who will never settle. And for good reason. He knows that any dip in momentum can shift the course of a game.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Mills and Manu at the guard. Anderson is out there with Laverne. And it's Bertson in at the small forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Nader. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's San Antonio with it. And here's Mills. Out left to the wing. And that's good. Davis Bertans for 3.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
I mean, yeah, you can't break down. Not now. Defensively, at this point, I mean, you're already too far in the hole.
Austin with the ball. Following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Nader. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Here's Bertans. Ginobili outside. There's the screen. Bertans kicks to Mills. Shot clock at 6. The alley-oop. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Ginobili. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And Ginobili, he's like a whirling dervish when he's driving inside. Just kind of glides his way to the basket.
That free throw good from Ginobili. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Yabusele, uses both hands to slam it down.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Here's Ginobili following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Laverne, rebounded by the Celtics. Yabusele's got his 3rd rebound on the night. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Nader the pass to Yabusele. Here's the screen. Jumper off the screen. Jump shot is good that time.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio.
DeJounte Murray.
Clock at 6. Here's Bertans for 3. Not going to go that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Pass to Ojale. Lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Tice. Rejected by Ginobili. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Ginobili leading the charge.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Rozier. And it's off from 3-point range. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Took him no time at all on that one.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
2 points. That one goes. Ojale's got 4 this quarter.
Look at this. I like this team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Murray kicks to Anderson. Anderson the screen. For 3, Murray. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Pass to Rozier. Here's Ojale. He's covered by Murray. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now, here's Laverne. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the pick. From 13. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And that mid-range game of Ginobili, so reliable. He is phenomenal at capitalizing from those spots on the floor.
There's the pass to Nader. Laverne with the steal. Now here's Ginobili. Tight defense on him. Bertans can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Ojale, that's good.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
San Antonio's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Murray kicks to Laverne. Pau Gasol's checked in for Anderson. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Bertans. Hands it from downtown. Bertans got 6 points in the quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Gasol against Morris. Hayward can't hit.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Gasol kicks to Murray. Inside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Murray's got 10 points in just the second half.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Now, here is Irving. He's covered by Murray. Horford. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Now here's Murray, covered by Irving. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Here's Horford, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
How about Horford there showing the jump shot? More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
And Laverne kicks to Bertans. He feeds it to Murray. Right side Gasol. Horford with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Hayward can't hit.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Ginobili misses. Boston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Right side Gasol. Over Morris. Gasol's shot is good.
And Gasol definitely has a nice looking jumper, holding the ball up high to keep the D from blocking his shot.
Morris a screen. Kicks it to Horford. Irving from long range. San Antonio with the rebound. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game. Ginobili kicks to Gasol. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. Back to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Morris. Takes the 13-footer, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Murray, no good. Boston shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Outside Irving. Horford sets a screen for Irving. Back to Smart. Three-pointer. Laverne grabs the miss. San Antonio's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Down low and stolen by Horford. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Irving's got the ball, and Morris throws it down.
Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Ginobili. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Ginobili's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the fearlessness, willing to sacrifice his body for a high percentage look.
To the paint. Here's Hayward. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And 12 points for Gordon Hayward.
Worked that one inside nicely.
The Spurs shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. They set the pick. Murray with it. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Hayward dishes to Morris. The kick out to Irving. Here's Horford. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And he knocks down the first one. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Smart. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Leonard.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Here's Baines, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Paul Gasol. He's off on the first. Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. No good on the second free throw. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Laverne. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds. Here's Rozier. Over to the wing. Baines. And a miss there on the triple. Now here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, pal. Congrats on the win. Big performance defensively tonight. How important is that to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. You know, if we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
I know you work on that a lot in practice, and it showed tonight, pal. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Be the Spurs off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position. And the shot goes in.
Aha, the soft odor from Parker is truly a wonderful thing to behold.
And Hayward gets it to go.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And that's the versatility Leonard provides this offense, showing the confidence and ability to hit from range.
And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
Now Hayward, following Al Horford's three-point attempt. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Well, Kevin, he stressed to his players that it's all about the extra pass tonight. He said we have a bunch of guys who can score. As long as we keep everyone involved, our best defense is a good offense. Well, let's see if they keep the rock moving tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Nice job, David. Thanks. So, guys, they're focusing on the offensive end here early.
And that means we could be in for a good one. If they really do execute like Coach wants them to, this could be a high-scoring affair.
Concentrating on offense doesn't mean fast break or open court action. Sometimes it's just about running plays and getting the best possible shot with each possession.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Boston shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team. So you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Free throw good for Morris. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
So Kawhi Leonard comes out of San Diego State and can't shoot outside of 8 feet, and now is one of the NBA's premier scorers. What remarkable offseason work he's done with shooting coach Chip England to become one of the more deadly offensive weapons in the league.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard scoring in volume. But like you'd expect from a Spur, tremendous efficiency as well.
You look at the numbers, the league's most efficient pick-and-roll scorer last season. I mean, that is remarkable stuff, especially for a guy playing mostly in the 3 and 4 spot. And then the...
Oh, that athletic. Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. It's Parker with the drive. It's good.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
Irving kicks to Hayward. Here's Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 6 points for Kawhi Leonard.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
Horford with the screen on Aldridge. Morris dishes to Hayward. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Green with the ball. Outguarded by Smart. Green, the screen. Parker passes to Gasol. Back to Parker. Off the pick. Morris with the rebound. Celtics trailed by 5. Outside Irving. Horford sets a screen for Irving. He feeds it to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Irving. The 3. It's good from long range.
Stellar concentration from Kyrie, not letting the D alter that shot. The toughest guys in the game to guard.
Parker against Irving. Parker. D right on him. Off the screen. Here's Gasol. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And a dunk by Horford.
The point guard that has floor awareness has the advantage. This time it's Kyrie Irving's.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Irving against Parker. Outside, Green. Aldridge a screen. Outside, Green. Gasol setting the pick for Green. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Chalk up 2 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
On offense, here are the Spurs. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Leonard against Morris. Now here's Leonard. Defense right on him. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Irving kicks to Smart. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now Parker. It's deflected. Screen by Parker. Passes to Aldridge. Right side, Green, and the shot is good.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Irving with the ball. The feed to Smart. Aldridge against Morris. Irving kicks to Morris. Here's Smart. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Spurs have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far.
Coach Greg Popovich last season passed Jerry Sloan for the most wins with a single team. Of course, Jerry Sloan with the Utah Jazz. You might not know this, but the Spurs modeled themselves very much after the Utah Jazz system behind Stockton, Malone, and Sloan staying there for the amount of time that he did. That role model of consistency and sustained success and accountability has certainly worked in this small market in San Antonio.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the Spurs are now seen as that model franchise. Brent, so interesting to hear who they tried to emulate.
Easy to see a lot of comparisons between the precision and the toughness and the bond between not only the coach and the players, but the team and the community, the way that it happened in Utah for the Jazz. And Coach Pop talks a lot about those connections that Jerry Sloan had between John Stockton and Karl Malone. It's something he's always admired and brought to the San Antonio way.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Leonard. Otto Ginobili's checked in for Danny Green. It's Mills in for Tony Parker. Gay dishes to Anderson. Pass to Mills. He kicks to Aldridge. Baines with the block. Here's Tatum, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly. During the pre-draft process, did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all. The Spurs making a switch here. Burns checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And for the Spurs last season, falling short of their goal of winning another title. But Greg Popovich, Brent, still called it a great season.
Well, they had their second most wins ever under Pop last year. 7 new players to integrate. In the first year without rock-solid, steady force Tim Duncan down there on the low block. did have some injuries late down the stretch, and they can look back on another season where they gave their best effort and put themselves in position to get another NBA championship.
Here's Baines. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Mills passes to Laverne. There's a screen. And here's Mills. No good on the three. Now here's Tatum. He's covered by Gay.